Started. So, welcome everyone. Super excited to have you here today to learn about the business opportunity of doTERRA India. And this is the super exciting call. We're really happy to have you here. And this calls for you. We want to hear your questions. We want to know what's going on in your life and see if this opportunity is something that you would like to try out. And I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about me and Larry. We started working in India in 2000, the year 2000, right when the pandemic happened. Exactly. Seriously, we sold a print shop. We had a printing business for 28 years, and the stress of the business was really wearing down my body. I had found the essential oils in 2013, and they changed my life. The more I used the oils, the more I shared with them just naturally because they were so profound. And I wasn't wanting to do the business. I did not want to do the business. I had my own business of the printing that I absolutely love doing. And I could never see myself doing network marketing just because I loved my graphic design work. And my health, though, kept declining. The stress, the business stress was just incredible. And so as I started using the oils, it really made a profound difference. And so here I am today. I never saw or thought that I would be sharing these beautiful oils inside of India. And it just opened up the whole global market for me to be able to travel the world, meet so many amazing people. And your opportunity is as large as you want to expand. The biggest you want to go, it's there for you. And so I just want to welcome you to this opportunity call. We're going to talk a lot about the direct marketing industry and what the opportunities are about the direct marketing industry. We're going to look at why doTERRA is the good choice. And we're going to talk about the wellness, what it is to be a wellness advocate, the work that it takes to be a wellness advocate. And we're going to look at what you can achieve based on how many hours you give. Like when you work so many hours a week, sometimes, like me, when I had my print shop, it was really difficult to juggle both things, right? And so I just used my Friday evenings to build doTERRA. And that got me going. People fell in love with the oils. They're so excited about the oils. And it grew even when I wasn't ready for it, right? So it was pretty incredible. We're going to talk about the support system that's available for you, and we're going to explore the next steps. So my journey again, I was super skeptical, like I said, totally was not a fan of network marketing. I had many people come into my business and try to persuade me to do network marketing and that I needed to be doing the business with them. And I was really insulted. Like that is kind of the wrong way of doing network marketing when you try to persuade people to do the business with you. What's really incredible about doTERRA is we lead with the products first. The products, we're here to help serve people and make a difference. It's not so much about the business, that just comes with it, right? The business model, I, again, like I said, I did not like how network marketing worked. But when I started looking at, wow, I'm sharing these oils with people and maybe I can get a little bit of side income happening with this. This might be a really great way for me to pay for my oils every month so that way it's not such an expense for me. And we had just discovered, or we just gone through a really huge economy crash in the United States, and everybody was struggling financially. So this was a really nice way for me to help with people's health and make a little money on the side. And I was just all in. Like it really woke up my mind to the whole natural solutions approach. I really started to really disbelieve in how the medical system was operating with the medicines that were not working, the side effects, and all that stuff. And so when I started to talk to other people, this whole health crisis out there was really large. It was bigger than I realized. And so many people were struggling and not getting the results that they wanted with medications. And when I would share with them some oils and they were getting results, it was like a mind blowing results. It was just really incredible. So I took a leap of faith and I I decided to just start building the business. We sold a very successful print shop. We won awards. We loved what we did. And we sold the print shop and decided to turn the page and do this new chapter with doTERRA. I had already been in doTERRA for about how many years? So 7 years, and had been building a pretty strong business in America. And so now I want to share with you the power of direct sales model in entrepreneurship. The difference between like me running a business and printing and doing direct sales. And a lot of times people look at doing being having a job. So if you go and work for a restaurant or work for other company, you are trading time for money. You are trading time for money. And so the more hours you work, the more your paycheck gets, right? And it's limited in advancements. Like the business owner is not going to necessarily give you the business or, how many levels up can you go in that kind of industry? And basically when you stop working, you stop earning money, right? There's limited time freedom. I remember there's many times that I couldn't go away for Christmas or for other holidays because I had a big job that needed to get done and I had to work all weekend. And so limited freedom. We never took vacations. I think I had maybe two vacations my whole 28 years of working in the business. And that was probably because a family member was having a wedding or something. And we were building other people's dreams. Like I was hostage to my business, right? And an authentic direct sales. Now, this is really important because doTERRA is authentic. There are many direct sales companies out there that are not working authentically. The only way up in business is to do things properly. So, having a true residual income where people are empowered, people love the oils. It's not all about the business, it's about health, right? There are no limits in advancement and earnings. Now, we have an upline, Matt Hall, who is a double presidential diamond. And what that means, or a double diamond, that means he reached one whole level of ranking and they gave doTERRA, let him start a whole nother business. So he has two businesses and he's ranking really high in both. The amount of money you can make in doTERRA the sky's the limit. Freedom to choose your schedule. Yes, so when I was working with doTERRA, when I ran my print shop, a lot of times when you first get started, you have to be doing your other business, your traditional job, working side by side until you're able to exceed the amount of money you're making in your traditional job. And this sometimes is a little bit of a challenge in the beginning because you're trying to juggle two things, but we really do recommend you keeping your job while you're running doTERRA. If you quit your full-time job, um, you're really going to want to run really fast. It takes a little bit to get started in doTERRA, to build up the momentum. But once you do, it really goes, and you'll know when that time is. So building your dreams all gets to the point of what are your goals in life and why do you want to do this? And so basically, well, why doTERRA? So if you're going to choose a direct marketing company, I did a lot of research. I remember Matt Hall again was talking about he did research with other network marketing companies, and I thought, I'm going to do some research with some other network marketing companies inside of India. And oh my gosh, they're not very longevity. There's a lot of companies that don't stay around. I was talking to a leader who was high up in the company and they changed the compensation plan and his income like dropped drastically. And so doTERRA is not going to do that. doTERRA's been around since 2008. They pay out 48% of all the commissionable sales out to us. 48%. And it's done in bonuses, it's done in different structural bonuses and whatnot. So the opportunity is quite high with doTERRA. They just gave us a raise. It was incredible. They just gave us a raise. And that is something that I've never heard of in any of the other network marketing companies as well. They structured the business, and I'll show you here in a minute another chart where they structured the business differently than other network marketing companies so that we work together, not against each other, but with each other. So on this call today, we have many different people from other cross lines and my downline and Max's downline to be able to help support each other and grow together because we together can rise up better, right? The culture of giving and global impact is really something that was attracting me as well. I got to go to some um, co-impact sourcing trips and healing hands programs, all these things that I wasn't really able to do while I had my business because I was so locked into the production part of my business. And to be able to give to others and stuff was really quite difficult. doTERRA made it so much easier for me that even if it's a small amount, I'm making a huge impact because together we are doing that, right? Um, so what's also pretty cool about doTERRA is it's privately owned, and I think I have a picture of the owners here. I'll show you in a minute. But doTERRA's market started in 2008. Here's a picture of the office here in Utah. I've been through all those buildings, traveled around, and my back, if I'm taking this picture, my back is basically towards the production, the science lab. There's a medical lab there. There's a whole production where they bottle the oils right behind my back. So this is just an incredible campus. And to look at the new office that doTERRA just moved to in Bangalore, this is a really beautiful location. I hear that they're not quite done with the renovations yet, and that'll probably take a little bit of time, like everything always does. So here's a picture of all the business executive uh, founding owners of doTERRA. I've met them all. They're incredible people. My first person I met was Dr. Hill. Dr. Hill is incredible when it comes to explaining things an understandable way. He can talk scientific sometimes too, but he understands the power of these oils and how they're effective on our bodies. And then we have Mark Wolford, who we're starting from left to right, who's all involved in the Healing Hands and all the extra projects that doTERRA's on. And then we have Greg Cook, and he lived in China for a couple years to help that market get started, which is now one of the bigger markets in doTERRA. And I'm excited about India because India, of course, you guys know that India is the largest country in the world by population now. There's so much opportunity. And when we go through here now, Emily Wright is coming. I don't know if you guys heard, but Emily Wright is coming to our the convention in Calcutta. We're super excited, and she's just a phenomenal lady. And I've got pictures with her, and now, this guy here, Rob Young, he's the super funniest guy. He's on a missionary right now, so um, I think he's down in Brazil. I'm not quite sure, but he is super funny. When he would come to convention, he's always doing all these funny videos and stuff like that. But these people are real people. They're reach out, you could talk to them. They're just really incredible, wonderful people to start with. And when we talk about doTERRA being across the globe, I took this picture because often I get people asking me, well, are we in this country? Are we in this country? And so I took a minute and did a screenshot of all the different continents across the globe and wrote down all the different areas where there's a distribution center and whatnot. Now, like in United Arab Emirates in Dubai, we don't have an office, but we have a distribution center. So some places, there's a little bit different how we go about it. And but anyway, pretty cool. This is incredible reach, right? Now, this picture was taken in 2021 during the pandemic, and I haven't been able to find a new one as of lately. And so this is when doTERRA is number 8 in the global network marketing industry. Number 8. That is pretty incredible. And when you think about how much more we've grown, we're almost a $3 billion company. So we're just keep moving up in the ranks and super fun to know what the opportunity is available. Of course, we all know that doTERRA is the number one essential oil company in the world. Nobody can come close to us, and that is really empowering. Now, I talked a little bit about the doTERRA difference earlier, and the doTERRA difference, this chart here talks about how network marketing really works. And I'm going to start with the traditional network marketing culture, the MLM culture. Whoops. A lot of people want to start with the business first. You have probably been approached, hey, this business is really great. I want you to join me. And then you say, well, what is the product? And they're like, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Let's just make money. And I want to have a fancy car. I want to have a fancy house. I want to travel all over the place. Yeah, those things are, semi-important, but doTERRA really starts with the people first. This is what's so different. We really want to, especially in India, I know so many people have a, a bad taste in their mouth about network marketing or MLM culture. And doTERRA is completely different. We really want to emphasize that because even for me, when I got started, I wasn't wanting to do network marketing, but these products helped me so much. I couldn't help but open my mouth. I knew so many people who were struggling health-wise, because I had a bad stomach and I knew other people who had a bad stomach and I knew what worked for me because it was helping and I couldn't help but share. And then pretty soon I was running the business. And that is really how it really works with doTERRA. And it's so much more empowering. It doesn't feel nasty or slimy like this other culture does, right? So this is something really important to understand. And if you are a person that wants to start with the business first, I'm going to say this is probably not for you. This kind of works a little different, and it will be different for you to try to really listen to people, work with people. And if you're somebody who loves people and wants to really help them, then this is a business for you. Now, here is the structure and a system that we have and we teach in all phases of our business. This is really important. This is the pipes. I don't know if you've heard the story. I'll just briefly tell you why pipes. Pipes is like a pipeline where you're laying down in the ground and there's a story of a villager, someone who lived in a village, and he would walk miles, kilometers, whatever, to go to the stream and fill up his buckets of water and walk back and sell the water. The more trips he would go back and forth to the stream, he would have a really good business and make more money. And one day he had a friend join him because he just couldn't keep up, right? And so he had a friend join him, and the friend had an idea that if they dug a little bit of a ditch from the stream to the village every day they took that trip, they dug a little bit of a ditch that they could lay a pipe, and eventually that pipe would end up all the way at the village, and they can just turn that spigot on and it would just flow endlessly. And that is what this is we're building a pipe. And so the very beginning P is prepare. We want to help you prepare, get your products, use the products, get some testimonies, and then come down with a names list of people you know that have health issues or family and friends that you want to share the oils with. And then you invite them to a class and you can sample them with the samples and have them use them. And that's what my friend did with me. And then we present. So right now I'm giving a presentation. And so we have an introduction presentation, and we have lots of different classes that we like to talk about on how you can use the oils, from cooking with the oils, Aromatouch massage, or all the different ways that you can use the oils. There's many different modalities of using the oils. And and then we also like to talk about empowering people to enroll and becoming a wholesale member. About 80% of the people we sign up with doTERRA are customers, 80%. Now, a lot of people push the business. You got to do the business. And a lot of people think that when they're buying products that they have to do the business. That's not true. We encourage you to share only just because you can't help. Like for me, I can't help keep quiet. Like you can't keep quiet about these oils. Um, but you don't have to do the business. Maybe it's not for you. Doing this kind of business is not for everybody. However, when we get people to get their wholesale membership and they get to enjoy the discounted price, there's nothing better, right? And then we support them. We go back and we help them make sure they got the right oils for this, let them know about the new promotions that are going on, the new products that may be announced, and so on. Supporting is huge. And that's what I'm doing right here is I'm helping by supporting you, teaching you about the business opportunity and whatnot. Now, we've made this very easy for you, and we are really asking you just to do the three things that we've circled here. until you really get your feet underneath you and you really get comfortable. Our job is to help you become really independent and self-sustaining, right? We want you to learn all these tools here so that you can really run and not wait for me and wait for the other upline leaders. But if you can begin, like let's say this is your first week with doTERRA and you really want to do the business, we have these classes every week. We switch off with different leaders so you have different experiences, different styles of how we're training. And then you can learn this class too, and you can teach this class. So we ask you to prepare, get things on the schedule. We ask you to invite people to these classes and learn how we're teaching the classes. And then we ask you to enroll them. Okay. So now, a lot of people want to know how the compensation plan works, and there are many ways you can get paid with doTERRA. You get paid all of these ways. It's not one or the other, but it's many. And depending on how you actually work in the business, you can get paid with all of them. So there's a sharing bonus. So if you brought someone to one of our classes and they say, hey, I want to enroll and I want to do this, sounds really great, then you get a sharing bonus. And this is for 60 days. You get 25% of everything that they purchase. And then there's a unilevel, and I'll show you what that is in a minute, where you're structuring your team. And then there's the retail profits. Of course, you can sell things retail if you'd like, and or all the above. Enroll people, sell things retail, and so on. Then we have a bonus structure, and in the bonus structure, there's the power of three, which we lay three people across the top line, and then so on. We have pools that are different um, shares that you get in the doTERRA company, depending on the rank and how many people you've enrolled and so on, that you get these bonus pools that happen. And then, of course, we have, just because doTERRA in India is brand new, and we have 40 seats for foundership positions, and everybody right now is wanting to become a founder because foundership is like a partner with doTERRA, that once you become founder, you actually get to have uh, a share in all the commissionable cells. It's really exciting. And here in the United States, our founders make a ton of money. Every year they pay out that bonus. So as doTERRA in India is growing, those shares are not going to be so much at first. And as more and more people jump on with doTERRA and the business grows, it's going to be phenomenal. So here is the earning potential with doTERRA again. And basically, a lot of people, depending on if you're doing this full time, the average time it takes to reach these ranks is down here. And in order for you to supplement your income, you really want to become gold, reach to the gold rank. And when we look at the structure here, hopefully you can see it okay. But elite is the first core rank in doTERRA. There are earlier ranks, but when you reach elite, that means you're serious about building the business. Average, depending on how many enrollments you do and what bonuses you're getting, it's around 30,000 Indian rupees a month. To rank up to premier, you want to have two legs underneath you, two partners that are ranking executive, which is around 2,000 that they need to do, and your total team volume would be around 5,000. And that's PV, and I'll talk about that in a minute too. You're going to make about 70,000 Indian rupees. And when you first get started, it could be, when you first rank that, it could be less. But sometimes as you rank and rank and rank that, and you're continuing getting that rank, it will be a lot more. And as you rank up to silver, you'll have three elites underneath you. And then gold, you will have three premiers underneath you. And you could see that gold, you'll have three premiers, is three leaders of leaders. This premier, this gold ranking here, if you can rank that three times in a row or three times in 6 months, you actually qualify as founder. Now, notice that that is not the highest rank. So they have a really achievable rank right here, pretty exciting. And so as we go through here and look at what does it take time-wise to earn some money. So if you are someone who wants to pay for your products, it would take about 3 to 5 hours a week over about 6 months' time to be able to get enough money to be paying for your products. Now, it just depends on how many people you enroll the first month or the second month, and if they continue ordering every month. And if you introduce 20 to 30 people, help them get their, oh, oh, okay, somebody was calling me and um, give me just a minute here. Um, so, so where was I? So if you were to build to elite rank, this is a really good goal to have. Have the structure for the first level of the power of three and the bonus boosts and so on. Now, this class today is not talking about how to earn all this money and all the compensation. We have another class for that. And if you would like the recording to that class, reach up to your upline. We'd be happy to share that recording and actually do a one-on-one training with you as well or whatnot, so that that way you can really get solid in how the compensation plan works. It's actually fairly simple once you actually understand it. So, to supplement your income, it takes about 10 to 15 hours a week. And if you're going to be teaching 1 to 2 classes a week, like this is a class you can bring people to, you can go to a coffee house and talk to someone, you can teach a big class in their home, and so on. But you want to build to the premier rank. I got to premier rank in 4 months, and I wasn't doing the business. I was so excited about the effects of the oils, though, but I was sharing with a lot of people. And you want to average about 100 PV enrollment a month and receive the empowerment bonus to be able to achieve supplementing your income. Now, to replace your income, it does take about 14 to 30 hours a week. I've been working about 40 to 50 hours a week. It's been an incredible, busy time for me, and I really feel that it's something really important to be able to go through and dig in, run with us, so that that way you can become founder. Um, we also like to teach 2 to 5 classes a week and find 3 committed, capable leaders and partners. And we also like to have you build to silver plus rank, like the gold ranking, and that's real important. And we'd like to have a structure team to third level, power of three bonus. Now, all this stuff is the way to be able to really work towards replacing your income. And if you would like to learn more about that, definitely get a deep dive training in the compensation plan. And again, we just got a raise. This is super exciting. This raise is empowering, and so many people are benefiting so much more. Now, I stole this screenshot from Matt Hall, and this screenshot kind of gives you an idea of we want to have 1,000 diamonds in that ranking, 1,000 diamonds in our team. And I think that in the whole doTERRA India, I think that would be just so phenomenal, right? We have so many goals, and we want to fill up stadiums of people for our big convention coming up. And it's really something really important. When we go through and think about the opportunity here, it's super empowering. And I hope that you also see that as well. Now, I'm super excited I got bragging rights here. I have on my team 4 founders. I've got Huke Lee, Catherine, Rongson, and Amin. And these people are incredible people. We're super proud of them. They've worked very hard to get here, and you have to sustain it. So, qualifying the rank of gold 3 times within 6 months, what doTERRA has done is they've taken 1% of the commissionable volume in India, and they break it up into 40 seats, 40 positions. And so as these seats get filled up, there's no more positions available. And you want to maintain these ranks and grow with doTERRA. You become a partner with doTERRA. You get to talk on stage and travel throughout India and be able to be a part of the growth and the opportunity with doTERRA. So this is a huge why, a huge good goal to have, and super fun for everybody to reach for that. Okay, so your support system, what you can expect from doTERRA again is your support system. So for me, like my downline, I'm their personal mentors. I help them. We teach classes all the time together, and I encourage them to do their personal classes. There's these online training programs. So if you get a doTERRA account, you can actually go to training.doterra.com, and there's like safety with the essential oils, the chemistry of the essential oils. I mean, you can really learn a lot about the oil. And we also have these weekly Zoom meetings. We have the corporate office, which is incredible. They're so amazing and they have so much support that they can provide you. You just call them up and ask them questions, and they're there to help you. And then, of course, each individual leader has their own team calls and talking with the leaders as well as supporting them with their client base. So, now, is this for you? Does this sound like something that you would be interested in? And do you value natural wellness? Do you like helping people? Can you follow a system? Like, I want to tell you something. I'm so creative that I couldn't follow a system. I had to make my own system, which was really crazy because I didn't know how to do network marketing. And I'm serious that I didn't really grow until I actually really went back and actually followed the system, right? You want to really follow the system that we have. We've made it super simple, super understandable, because when you follow this system, you train your downline to follow the system, and everybody's on the same page and knows what to expect. And that is so easy, so much fun. So, if you value natural wellness, and this is really for you, and if you are really interested in wanting to get started building this business, then reach up to the upline, the person who invited you today, and talk to them. Let's get started. We have these calls every week. Now, we have our doTERRA convention in United States the third week, second and third week. So it'll be like the 12th, 13th, and 14th or something here in the United States. So the second week, I believe in September, is going to be not doing classes, but we have not missed a beat. This is the first week I think we're going to not have a class. So keep that in mind. But we have all these recordings. This is on a recording. This is all available to you so you can actually have that. Okay, are there any questions? And I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording so that you can feel comfortable asking questions without being on the recording.